It's only a couple of riffs, and this is my hell. Let's start with the beginning, which is the little acoustic part. I got the idea from King Diamond. There's a song called "A Visit from the Dead," and it starts off in the beginning with just it's really beautiful acoustic stuff that Andy LaRocque's doing. So here's how that goes. So I'm basically doing a bar chord, an E bar chord on the A string. Sorry. So here's how that goes. So here's how the main verse riff goes for "This Is My Hell." And the chorus riff is kind of very similar at the end. It's just a little more straightforward. There's a little riff in there that also repeats underneath the solo. Here's how it goes. That's it for "This Is My Hell." Dead Man's Plight has quite a few little riffs going on, but here's the first one. It's just down picking mostly. Main verse riff, I kind of got a little of the idea from Pantera's "Mouth for War." Just the slide I use in it, you'll see it goes like this. For the next riff, I'm just doing an A power chord on the 5th fret of the E string. I was using my pinky for the root note, 7th fret on the A string with my middle finger, then 7th fret of the D string with my pinky for the first half of the riff, and then the second half of the riff, I'm going to move my ring finger over to the 7th fret where my pinky was, I'm going to take my pinky to the A string on the 8th fret. So here's how that's going to go. Now, the chorus riff, it's the timing's a little funky, but if you just follow along closely, you'll get it. So the middle interlude part is acoustic, and I got the idea from Iron Maiden's Dance of Death, and also I keep picturing that scene in Spinal Tap where Stonehenge comes down and the Doors are dancing around with the little lute music playing. So the interlude part's basically broken up into 8 sections, and every other section is the same, which is this part. So here are the other parts for them. Then when you put it all together, so here are the riffs underneath the solo. Then after the solo is kind of not really a solo, it's just a little riff sticking out. It's basically the same as Interlude, except it's an octave down and it's more down picking. Here's how that goes. So there's a melody that goes right after the solo, and it's pretty similar to the interlude part, except it's distorted and it's an octave down. And here's how that goes. The other parts in between. Then there's a section where it's the same thing, but it's got 2 strings going at the same time. And so when you put it together, you get... That's it for Dead Man's Plight.